Back to Pro League Season 6. It's a bit different now. We're switching up a bit. It's going to be Big versus FaZe.
Yep.
Bit of a curveball thrown into the mix. Obviously, FaZe, first time we're going to be seeing them play on the B stream. Going up against Big. We've seen a lot of Big.
We have, yeah. Well, I guess we saw them play last night versus Hellraiser, obviously going 1-1 on Cobblestone and Cash. But obviously the maps today aren't going to be those two, so hopefully maybe a different light here for Big.
Possibly, mate. Or are they going to be phased?
Is that you do it smart?
Well, like that.
Yeah.
Phase up.
It makes the F. Yeah, anyway. Betway odds, 1.35 there in favour. Whoa, wow. That's a big, heavy favourite there for FaZe from Betway. Obviously anticipating FaZe is close to out in a clean 2-0.
Yep, FaZe been looking good so far in terms of the matchups. They went 1-1 against Mouse Sports, but they did lose out in that. Are they going to be able to bring the pain here tonight, or will Big have something up their sleeve?
I mean, in terms of firepower and raw caliber of players, when you look at the teams on paper, for Big, are they going to be able to match up with the pure firepower that FaZe have now got after transitioning their new players in, Overpass and, of course, Guardian? Yeah,
it's very true. Obviously, the removal of Alu there for Guardian. Guardian definitely a big powerhouse when he was at his peak. Originally, for everyone, one of the best AWPers we had ever seen, really, in Counter-Strike offensive. So always the potential for him to kick up a fuss on his lonesome.
But in recent form, how good has Guardian been compared to Alu? Obviously, I believe they tweeted out on Twitter or whatever, social media, said that actually the removal of Alu was more of a outside the team or outside of the game reasoning. Nevertheless, though, as we do go inside the game, it's going to be big on their T side on Overpass to see what they can do. It's going to be fast as together right now for FaZe. They're going to play fast and heavy and aggressive versus the German opposition.
Let's try and see if this Dream Team can do some damage. Rain kicks it off as he gets the double kill. Carrigan as well, going to find one as he executes God B. They're hungry for more. Nico will eventually fall to Tabson. It's Tabson and Keeve here in the 2 versus 4. They're trying to get control of the situation once again, but struggling to actually find the frags. Rain will continue on to make himself a hat-trick in the round, and Carrigan gets the double kill.
FaZe there. 1-0 now as they pick up the pistol. As we go into round number 2, Big right now. No bomb plant for them on the T side. It means they're going to be forcing up into this one. So, only Kevlar bot just run out for next. There you have it. 1 second left in the freeze. Some 2 more players will buy armor. It's going to be 3 sets of Kevlar run out for Big. Got B there, and Legia going to be buying the Deagles as well. It's going to be 4 Deagles, 1 P250 onto next. And actually, Keeve has bought armor, which means he may have no AWP into the first buy round.
Early nades coming out there towards mid to see if they can actually do anything. Obviously, Big right now, only real investment is towards those Deagles. But once again, a heavy buy in utility. You've got the Molotov in play, 2 smokes as well, and a fair few flashbangs. Actually, 2 decoys as well.
Yep. Obviously, you can't really do too much with those, unfortunately. Nevertheless, they're 1:25 on the clock. FaZe playing very passive right now. Guardian jump spotting towards A long. They want to have the long-range information. The idea is you play far back, you don't have close quarters combat versus the pistols, and then because you're jump spotting from default towards Banana and Toilets, and of course from bank towards long, you get the information early and you can force a rotation from the player probably towards heaven right now on the CT side.
Shots are starting to come out. Guardian trying to make mincemeat out of the oncoming players that are slowly approaching towards his bomb site. They are getting ready with the utility they do have, Snards, but can they actually get in here? The line of sights are being broken down, but Guardian peeks, finds the first frag. There's no trade potential either, so he's just able to peek whenever he wants, take the fight towards him. They do run into Rain's crosshair, who will get the double kill, hungry for the triple. It's actually Guardian that closed the round out.
There you have it, 3K there from Guardian, 2K there from Rain. 5 kills across the board. There are 5 players staying alive right now for the CT side. The force buy from Big doesn't really merit them anything, as they still only have 2,000 across the board. They bought utility there instead of Kevlar. It wasn't quite enough to basically go against the pure firepower and the raw talent on this FaZe clan roster. 2-0 now as we go into round number 3. MP9 there, UMP as well onto Nico. 2 SMGs onto the CT side, trying to stack up as much cash as possible versus Big. Let's see what the Glocks can do as they go into the meat grinder.
They sprint their way down. Olofmeister's ready to build himself a huge bit of bank as he goes for the Powerball round. Comes up top, he wins the lottery and gets himself a ridiculous amount of cash. Nico as well catches God B off guard. Legia will only just trade it out, but will get taken down there by Olofmeister as well.
Quick start to this one, as already we're going to go into the first buy round here. Only 2 kills right now for the T side after 3 rounds being played out. 5-0 there for Rain. Anyway though, round number 4. First buy round, let's see. 5 AKs run out from Big, as I mentioned before. The force buy from Big, they went for 5 sets of players, or all 5 players essentially, full buying up into the force round, which means you can see no AWP there for Keeve. All their T-sides be more lackluster, not having the full set of firepower. Going to be leaving Guardian alone towards the A site, going to be jumping on top of the flower pots, and 4 players towards B. It's a good call here from FaZe.
Backstab coming in from Olof here as he has support Carrigan as well. They just want to try and push in, but Keeve and Legia do damage. Olof will eventually get the martyrdom towards the end of the round though. Blows Legia away, but Nex swiftly moves on to reign supreme. They're finding all of the headshots. This round is going incredibly well for FaZe.
It's a good call there from Carrigan, but the execution doesn't quite merit the round there for FaZe. He made the call to have 4 players there rotated towards the B site, leave Guardian alone towards A. And there you have it. 3-1 with the scoreline now as Guardian's going to be forced to save his AWP. But thankfully though for FaZe, they had so many players stay alive round after round. I believe it was 5 players staying alive both times actually, versus the Eco and Force from Big, which means their money should be strong enough yet. You can see the 8.6 kill onto Olofmeister thanks to the MP9. They're stacking up some few kills. So FaZe, they can still buy. As we go into round number 5, can they reset the economy of Big? Thankfully though for the T side, the German side themselves have 4 players alive. So only 1 player there, Legia, going to be needed to be dropped. And obviously read by Kevlar and Utility. As we go into round number 5.
Do get through it as they go for the quad save there, and they get away fairly happily. Only weapon that was been able to hold on to, obviously, for the side of FaZe was the AWP on Guardian. Now, Guardian, he is at his home with the weapon. The rebuys do come back in. It's going to be interesting to see what he actually does do. Oh, a double up setup comes out there. That's quite cheeky. Nico going to be wielding the secondary.
Yep, are they going to be AWPing 1 towards B, 1 towards A? Seems so. FaZe right now. Going to be sending Rain and Guardian towards the A side. Aggression towards mid right now. Can Guardian find the first kill, peek over and peer over that smoke.
Looking around to see if he can find any kills. Not really going to walk into his crosshair just yet. Olof, he's been very aggressive on these deep pushes early. They have been working out for him this time around, just information though.
They want to push Big onto their back heels. Get the momentum going on their side. Guardian right now. Top of the stairs there towards Connector, peeking from middle towards Connector. Rain now aggressive towards mid.
Early kill comes out from Godby, takes down Rain as they now have to reposition, already losing the opening man. It's going to leave a sour taste in their mouths. What can Guardian do though if he does get overwhelmed? Taps him, Molotov in to draw him back.
There you have it. 1-man advantage already right now for Big on their T side. Rain does fall towards middle. The audacious and risky play there doesn't quite grant them the advantage. Guardian though goes for the reface, does line up Godby. It's going to be the 4 versus 4.
Kills coming out, Guardian, as he gets the swift trade back towards Godby, does leave them in the 4 versus 4 scenario as they want to try and take their fight towards that B bomb site. It's only 1 man really there. It's all on Nico.
Has no utility though. No counter Molotovs, no counter grenades to hold off the aggression here. Here comes the commitment though from Big.
He has the AWP and he's so effective as an individual player, but when he gets overwhelmed like that, he panics and gets taken down, loses his head to Nex. They now have control of the bomb site as well. They can swiftly try and get that bomb onto Olofmeister from short. Finds the opening kill, eliminates Nex. Nade rolls in as well, transferring damage on towards Keeve. He's getting these tags out. They're so weak right now, Snots.
CT, they have kits. 2 versus 3, make it a 3 versus 1. Now Keeve last alive. Doesn't quite get the kill there. Olofmeister will win the duel. It's going to be 4-1 now. As FaZe do win the buyback. Big to get the bomb down. They did have 4 alive as well into the last round, so they should be able to buy into round number 6. If FaZe Clan win this one, make it 5-1, they'll force such a weak buy, maybe even an eco from Big on their T side. We could easily be seeing a 6-1 scoreline as long as FaZe can close this one out, round number 6.
4 rounds on the board for FaZe here. They want to try and continue this lead now. Get themselves going. Obviously, they know they've just won an important round there. The rebuy does come back through. They do have these AWPs still to work with on either side. Meanwhile, for Big, it's a bit lackluster.
I don't think Leggy has understood the money right now. Mac 10 there for him, but unfortunately, 5 just a Kevlar right now for FaZe. All they had left in the bank account for Big was enough for a Mac 10, a Deagle, 2 AKs, and the AWP there for Keeve. Once again, the double AWP setup right there for FaZe Clan. One to Guardian and Nico, of course. 1 towards B and 1 towards A. It's going to be Guardian and Rain once again towards the A bomb site. 4 players here from Big, so we make it 3 actually. Outside Monsters. Looking like Big going to fake control of middle, and from there go back towards B. Try and force a rotation towards that B bomb site, sorry, that A site from FaZe.
See if they can bait them in and force them to fall into the trap right now. It's Guardian that's doing damage. Rain as well as Tabson walks in between his crosshairs. The slow contact play comes out from Keeve to wall the B bomb site, but he's going to be spotted out here by Carrigan. He spots him through the smoke first. Only takes a couple of rounds to execute him. It's all on Nex. Push from Olofmeister, but he lands a sick headshot as he will take him down. Hungry for more, but unfortunately Nico was ready with a secondary AWP and blows him away.
What's the answer run out for Big? The 2 AWPs that have run out for FaZe is too hot to handle for the T side. They could try and take control of his short. Connector. Throw a flashbang towards middle, keep Rain and Guardian there. And try and go for an execution towards the B side to try and counter the AWP onto Nico. But obviously, that might be for the next one. It's good with the Eco coming out from Big, as I mentioned before, the fact that money was so low after being reset. The MP9 once again for Olaf Meister, Karrigan peeking towards mid.
Pigs are going to be coming out towards mid. The double face. Karrigan is ready with the M4. Eventually, we'll find the headshot back on towards God B. Actually, repicks again. Karrigan doing damage right now as he's incredibly proficient with this weapon, just roaming around with the M4, making mincemeat out of the opposition. But the double deagle frags come in there. Karrigan and Olaf Meister fall, and the push comes in towards A.
Regardless, though, FaZe at the one-man advantage. They have Kevlar, the firepower, and of course the utility. Kill as well onto Guardian. Peeks out. Doesn't quite land the flick though, but they get information they need. They spot the bomb onto Legia. They know that the two players here from Big are still towards middle.
They have a good understanding of what's occurring into the round, but they just need to hope they can counter it, obviously. The recovered weapon on Legia there as he has the M4. Nex is armed with an MP9 of all weapons, but they are continuing in their warpath towards A. They just have to take down Guardian. Left on 42 HP, he has no support. It's the right call to make, but Legia needs to go big into the round.
See what we can do. No armor, but thankfully he's playing versus the AWP from Guardian, see if they can swarm him. If he misses the first shot, but of course, Guardian doesn't miss those. Gets the first shot, trying to reface slowly. And there you have it, the second as well. It's going to be 6-1 now. As round number 7 is claimed there by FaZe, but we're going to the next one. Okay, 6-1 advantage run up for FaZe. A 5-round deficit for Big on their T side. What is the answer to combat the double outside of right now that FaZe are bringing to Overpass on their CT side? Obviously, the standard textbook play to counter AWPs is executions towards the sites. If they wanted to try to take control of the map, maybe smoke off front toilets, Molotov off towards Banana, take control of Connector slowly, and then execute towards the site, try and block off the vision of the AWPs and follow them back and make the AWPs, well, render them potentially useless in the retakes. That's probably the best scenario they can ask for. FaZe right now going to be giving up control of middle and focusing their attention towards A long.
Legia already takes a big dink as he goes down to 70 HP there. Been hit fairly early into the round. It's a bit of information as well that will aid FaZe Clan as Olaf Meister still up to his old tricks, continuous aggressive plays towards short.
3 players there from middle, from Big. They seem petrified right now, you can see right now. Just staying together, just above T stairs. 1 minute left on the clock and they haven't got control of playground yet.
It's very timid from them so far, only just making their approach as they waddle out, hoping to find some frags, hoping to get themselves any type of leeway that will actually aid them. The information play is there from Keeve. He sticks his nose in, tries to work out if anyone is close by, but Rain is going to be the catalyst into the round, the difference maker that could decide how this one goes. 3
players here towards the A site from FaZe, but actually Big are going through Connected. They might go for a B split here from B Short and Monster versus Olaf Meister and of course Nico. There you have it, the key finds the first one to Rain lurking towards A long. Nico towards shot, has to land that shot, he missed the first one.
He lets the second one go though as he lands the shot. The flick is absolutely brutal as he now tries to reposition as well. Olaf Meister will chime in to aid him, but he only gets the 1 frag. But Nico is still making incredible plays with the AWP as they flood towards him. It's a whiff, but he's still got composure, eventually goes down to Keeve.
The 2 versus 2 now, Kits for the CT side, but Karrigan does fall. What can Guardian do now in the 1 versus 2?
Guardian, can the AWP plays close out the round? The AWP has found 1 frag, takes down God Beast, which after the deagle, but Keeve goes for the fast peek and will execute him.
Unfortunately, they're for Big, only 1 player staying alive. They get 2 rounds on the board here. Nevertheless, they're on the 6-round deficit. FaZe Clan, they can still buy. They won so many rounds on the trot. If they win this one here, Big only had 1 player alive. Their money is low. They win this one, they force a force buy from Big. They make it, what, 7-2, 8-2, and then versus an Eco, potentially 9-2 scoreline, depending on if the bomb goes down or whatnot. Nevertheless, the buy that Big have managed to scramble together is going to be the UMP there onto Legia next. Galil there for God B, AK for Tabson, and the AWP once again saved by Cave after winning the 1 versus 1.
Slowly making their approach through once again. These always early mid plays here from Big where they try and spot that information, see if they can get to control towards toilets, then loop back round aboard B. They have been forcing off a fair few over rotates from FaZe into the prior rounds, so it seems that they do understand how to toy with the opposition's mind.
3 players towards middle once again from Big. Next right now towards Connector. They're going to be leaving Legia alone towards that B portion of the map to hold for any aggression. Guardian, though, flashed off the angle. He loves playing close towards default to peek down through Banana, holding that tight angle in case Keeve does go for the repeak.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the boost play here for Guardian as well as he peeks out. Oh, they both whiff it.
Keeve there, pretty much a sitting duck there, misses the shot, but Guardian, though, thankfully for Keeve, does miss 2. Still going to be the 5 versus 5, 50 seconds left, but look again how scared Big are to go anywhere near these AWPs. They have to retake control of the map here as fast as possible, get as much real estate as they possibly can, but Rain now close towards Elon could be able to catch Big off guard.
Deep smokes go in as they want to make sure they have control. Double boost, but Guardian should be ready for this. Actually, refaces into it. The timing doesn't work in his favor. Goes down. Keith gets the opening frag. GodB leads by example as he will eliminate Rain. They flood their way in next. Up close and personal wins out in close quarters combat. And Olofmeister and Nico have to save.
There you have it. Olofmeister and Nico going to be throwing in the towel here and conceding this one. It's going to go 6-3 now as Big managed to get 2 rounds on the trot. Crucial 2 rounds as well. If they'd lost this one, their money would have been so broke. We could have easily been seeing FaZe Clan getting 3 rounds on the trot. Only because of the economy. Nevertheless, though, we go into round number 10. 6-3 scoreline. FaZe Clan, I think they can still buy, though. Big. After losing the pistol, how many rounds can they be asking for here on their T side of Overpass? Can they make it 9-6? 8-7 maybe? But of course, FaZe Clan already on 6 rounds, close to getting to 8 and already winning the half.
Yeah, FaZe were looking good into the early rounds. As soon as Big actually found a bit of momentum though and got their foot in together, they have been working their way through. They're chipping through that defense now since they have actually got an understanding of how FaZe kind of playing and now to counter it. Yeah,
it's very aggressive, right? For Big, they're holding their angles, they're playing their slow defaults, they're waiting for FaZe Clan to get aggressive into their face. And they're waiting for essentially the overfaces from FaZe Clan. They're getting the early advantages and they're playing the 5vs4s, the 5vs3s. Let's see. If FaZe Clan play more of a default round, play passive, play crossfires towards the site, tunnel in Big towards the sites themselves, will that grant them round number 7? Buy though from Big. M4 they're salvaged onto next and GodB from the last round. AK down to Tabson. Galil for Leggy up. And of course the up to Kiev. It's still going to be the 2 Flammer set of run out from FaZe Clan onto Nico and Karrigan. 2 M4s and the AWP onto Guardian. Unluckily here for FaZe Clan, they don't have the double up setup that they were so good and so powerful with.
It's true. Secondary up there, obviously, that has been on Nico towards B that's been causing us that is gone. Olofmeister gets information, but they don't get the opening frag. Luckily, they do get away without taking any casualties.
So, bomb was towards Monster. And it's going to be flooding its way back towards A. They've shown presence right now. That's Big towards the B bomb site. The boost comes out there towards default this time.
Olofmeister strikes, though. Finds the kill back towards next as he was elevated up. Tabson wants to trade it back with an aggressive stance, but Olofmeister is ready for this onslaught as he will get that kill. Now they have to flood their way through long.
2-man advantage right now for FaZe. Rain, aggressive angler towards A long. He's going to hear them thundering up through A long, potentially. They're going to give the call. Guardian should be able to know that they're coming up A long right now. Or does he hear it?
Guess he didn't hear the audio cue, hasn't been able to relay that information towards Guardian. They will occur when the smokes go over. They'll know what's going on.
Yeah, he would have heard it. You see these push towards middle. They're going to play the retake towards A and have control of A long.
Keith, though, he's completely unaware of Rain. Rain just has to have trigger discipline. Guardian whiffs it, though, with the opening shot. It's forced to fall back. Rain is still hot on his toes, but maybe timing isn't going to work in his favor. He will eventually find that frag. Takes down Legia, but Keith now knows what has gone on. 5vs2. Keith misses the shot. And there you have it. GodB down the 1vs5. Will go down to Guardian's op. Eventually, he managed to land a shot. It's going to be 7-3 right now. The bomb did go down for Big, though. As we go into round number 11, Karrigan going to be delaying the defuse. They want to pick up Keith's AWP towards middle. And there you have it. Now FaZe Clan can go back to the bread and butter. The double up set up, 1 towards B, and of course 1 towards A. Yeah, good position to be in where they can try and go for this double up setup again. Now, Big as well, going to be kicking themselves as they let around like that slip. As the pause does come out, you can only imagine this is going to be attack for Big. Yeah, they can still buy, though. You can see 5,000 really across the board run out for Big on their T side. They will be able to afford the buy into round number 11. Nevertheless, though, a 4-round leader for FaZe Clan on their CT side after winning the pistol. 11 frags already found there from Olofmeister after 10 rounds being played, so pretty much keeping up that 1 frag per round. Anyway, into the pause. For Big, what could be the difference maker here? Haven't really been seeing too much towards that B-bomb site. Obviously, they had success there towards B. Earlier on, we had the 1vs1 from Keith. I feel like potentially if they can try and get map control towards B short, towards connector as well, you could just simply throw a flashbang towards middle, try and keep 2 players from FaZe Clan, Rain and Guardian, situated towards the A site, go back towards connector, have the play towards Monster, and try execute towards the B site, and warden off the AWPs, force the AWPs back towards CT, smoke off heaven of course, and try and win the after plant positions, but then again, I guess we're about to find out. Lions come back free. They've got the AWP on Keith. I need to see more from Keith as well. He's such an aggressive opener usually. You see him actually causing massive divides and being the difference maker for Big in a lot of scenarios, but it's just not been coming out just yet.
True. Obviously, AWP versus Guardian. Can't really fault him. Potentially being a bit tentative. Here you have it though, the controller B short, the execution towards B, exactly as I said. They're trying to counter the AWP here from Nico. Let's see if it works though.
Oh, it won't stop Nico just yet as he already gets a double kill. He's ready for the triple. Nico is ripping his way through. Nico is unstoppable as he dominates everyone in front of him. The AWP machine himself will shut them down. Eventually does falls to Kiev, but Kiev tries to back off. It's a 1 versus 3.
You can execute all you like, throw flashes, molotovs, but simply put, the caliber of play coming out from Nico there is just too much there for Big to handle. Unbelievable shots there found by the AWP here. So round number 12, Big are going to be shaking in their boots after the massive play there from Nico. Goes 8-3 though. Anyway, 5-round deficit right now for the T side. Big, they need a 9-6 scoreline because if this goes 10-5, 11-4, FaZe Clan on that T pistol, if they pick that up, this could easily be a 40-4 whitewash.
Could very well be so. Guardian tried to go for the early play. I think he got the tag off there on towards God B as he jumped faced out, but that's basically all they have actually achieved early into this round, just waiting for them to tiptoe towards him. Him and Rain, they have the Dominion into the round. They should very easily be able to find these frags unless they get overwhelmed depending on timing. No utility for the side of Big. So they do actually charge in. They group up together, take down Rain. The nade response charges through. It's getting people low, but it's up to Carrigan now to rip through with the AK. Will fall to Legia to 2 versus 3. They're actually getting control of the situation, but Olofmeister goes Big to close it out and get it back in their favor. Legia last man left standing, confused about where the push was coming from. Free K for Olof there, and FaZe look like they want to close out this half in a very dominant fashion.
On the bright side there for Big, they did get 3 kills. It will dent the economy, but you can already see 9,700 there onto Olofmeister. Issue right now is, you're into round number 13. It's not about the money, it's about the rounds. Big, they need the remaining 3. They need this 9-6 score and a 10-5 half as a bare minimum. Otherwise, this could be a much quicker game than the first one we saw here tonight versus Hellraisers. And of course, Envious. Peek here, 3 players towards middle. Carrigan making such good calls here as where he wants to put the majority of his CT side on the map.
It's true. Switching it up quite a lot. Very aggressive, hyper tempo there. So it just seems that Big cannot get a good understanding of what setup's going to be coming into fruition every round.
So, bomb towards playground once again. FaZe Clan going to be bringing out that double A long setup for a second time. Smoke towards front toilets, I imagine. Yep. So, typical DT default here coming out from Big. You smoke off front toilets, you Molotov off towards Banana, and then you try and get map control slowly. The problem is for Big, they take so long. Usually trying to do that 1 minute 30, 1 minute 25 on the clock, not 1 minute 5. So, Rain and Guardian going to be giving up control of middle. Actually, no, that's Carrigan there. Guardian's got the AWP towards Banana.
Tabson walking around, could spot him out so easily. There's a crack in the wall as he slowly makes his approach, but Guardian sprints away. He hears all of it though and tries to peek, but the smoke was there, shrouding him.
The timing there to get back as the smoke dissipated. Peek comes out, he lands the shot as well onto Kiev. It's the 1-man advantage for FaZe Clan.
Trying to keep peeking out, but it's Rain and Guardians are still continuously doing work right now. They're finding the headshots. Big have nothing they can do. Guardian a 4K with the AWP. All of them just coming out as headshots towards the end. That is insane.
It is indeed. The AWP players run out for FaZe are just too good. Big, outclassed in every single regard right now. The reads from Carrigan onto God B's calling is unprecedented. Constantly sending 3 players to watch every single site that Big are trying to attack. So it's going to be the quasi buy right now. No bomb plant for Big. They can't even get anywhere near the sites thanks to the AWPs from Guardian and of course Nico. It's going to be Kevlar down to 3 players. Kiev and Legia having no armor. And of course upgraded pistols across the board. They're going to be saving for the last one here. Should be 11-3. And it's looking like FaZe Clan having a very dominant first half here.
What a pixel angle there as well. Guardian nearly actually landing that shot as he went for a cheeky little play early on into the round. Big, nothing really to bring to the table. They have 2 flashbangs on Legia. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see them try to sniff out a site, go for a group burst into late round. That's the best case scenario. Olaf as well with a backstab, toying with the opposition right now.
So, FaZe Clan already have so much money in the bank. It's not about having a clean and efficient anti-eco in this scenario. It's about just simply getting the win. We saw how close that last one was. It was a 1 versus 2 towards the A site. Big, sending 3 players towards A. It's looking like they might try and sell a fake here. Legia is the person with grenades, but Legia is outside monster. There's no grenades right now for the players towards the A site from Big. They can't sell a fake. They can't smoke off the A site or flash it. So, coming through connector though, Olofmeister is so close. Should be able to maul them down.
Like an angry bear.
Essentially, yeah, like Big.
It's true. The bear claw coming out. The early frag will go the way of Carrigan though. The response there from Nico tries to come in, but he faultless as he goes down. God, B actually connects the headshot as he will more Olafmeister instead. They push in towards B. Carrigan will do some damage over the AK-47. It's a 2K. Next left on 1 HP. They just have to sneeze vaguely near him or shoot with an M4.
Gust of wind will take him down as well. Anyway, it's going to be the 15th round here, the final one of the first half. 11-3. Big run out, coming up flat. Let's see what they're going to bring to the party into the last one. What have they got left? Saved in the Godby strat book. What can you fall back on with the tactical depth that Godby has instilled onto this German lineup? Anyway, I'm going to go back towards the A site. 4 players there going towards A, make it 3 actually, as Kyiv goes towards Connector once again, but no one from the CT side's really peeked towards Connector. Kyiv maybe just crossing off or ticking off boxes as to where else he can try and get a first kill. He's tried mid, he's tried B, he's now trying Connector, but so far hasn't really had any impact with the AWP.
Regrouping as they want to try and restructure up towards that A site. The slow approach coming through. But can they actually find a crack here? A small fault in the armor. Continuously trying to abuse it, as this is going to be the deciding round really if they actually get anything else to play with. More of a buffer as we get into that second half, Snods.
1 minute left on the clock. Mid control being taken by Big once again. Thankfully though, this time it's a bit faster. Oh, Kyiv there, second too late. Was caught, the player jump spotted, but once again, look at the read here. 3 players on the A site from Carrigan. From the FaZe Clan CT defense. Kyiv, they're going to be getting the boost, trying to catch Guardian off guard.
Elevates him up, he does peek out, he's spotting them out and getting all the information that he could ever so hope for, but they just fall back. They realize what's occurring, they just want to hold down.
Big, have control of A long as well. They can smoke off the bottom of long, get close to the smoke, and then flash and burst through that smoke, and swarm them, but already Guardian finds the first, tries to go the second through the smoke. Doesn't quite land it though.
Guardian is so happy right now as he's showing his confidence going for these aggressive peaks, and it's working out. Guardian! It's a hat trick already into the round. Next we'll chime in with 1, try and make this more of a manageable situation. Legia as well takes down Olafmeister. It's Guardian and Carrigan remaining.
All of a sudden, a 2 versus 2. Kits right now for the CT side. Smoke and flashbang, here it comes.
They push their way out, they follow, they peek up, they line up for Nex! And he executes them both!
Oh my goodness, the chance of that. Anyway, 11-4 is going to be the final scoreline of the first half. Let's see what happens though into that pistol, the second half, shortly after this break.
FaZe Clan do not seem phased at all by what Big are bringing to the table right now. It is just a one-man show. They're ripping their way through. Snods.
Yes.
It's been a dominant performance. Constant highlight reel kills coming out from the orbs of Guardian and Nico.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? 4K from Nico towards that B-bomb site, and then again a 4K from Guardian towards the A site. Godby obviously back against the ropes in terms of calling, trying to distinguish what he wants to go for, essentially. Textbook play there to counter the AWP is to try and execute upon them. The problem is, though, you can execute upon an AWP, but an AWP being wielded by Guardian and Eco is a different story. It's
true, especially towards B. He's just been shutting everyone down when they try and go for these constant aggression players. We're going to be diving straight back in with the second half now as well, so it should be incredibly exciting to see how this goes.
So, 11-4, of course. FaZe Clan, if they win this one, win versus the Eco and the 4 spike coming out from Big, they can easily make this a 14-4 scoreline and potentially a whitewash for the first game here.
Very possible, as they do try and take that map control early. They're going to charge their way round. Tempted to slip in towards long. Keith will peek out with the USB, gets the opening frag. Hungry for more as well, as he is hammering down, attempting to do damage. Keith gets the double kill, but he couldn't quite get the triple just yet.
Still though, well, I was about to say 2-man advantage, making a 1-man advantage right now for the CT side off the back of Keith's incredible aim with the USP. Actually, Legia, they gives away and forfeits the advantage they had. It's going to be the 3 versus 3 now from the 5 versus 3. Somehow, some way, FaZe Clan bringing this one back and they're slowing down the round. You can see right now they're expecting the over-rotation to come out from Big. And it has happened. 2 towards the A site. And actually they have Tabson there towards Heaven. The reason he's towards Heaven is he can still spot towards shorts, still spot towards B, jump spot towards connector door C when that one's opened. And he's a fast rotation towards, of course, the A-bomb site.
Of course, as right now they are just trying to see where this push is going to be coming in from. They have the bomb to play with. Tabson is the only defense towards B right now, as he's just looking out to see if anyone is pushing towards him. Slowly approaching. Next going for the jump face nods, but no information being gathered by him just yet.
Next flashes off towards long, peeks out as well. 35 seconds left. Seems like B Clan have the idea as to what's about to happen. They're expecting the play towards A. Nex and Godby have to go huge here and try to pull off the second round, this second pistol.
It needs to be insane for them to actually pick this one up. Flashbang goes over as well. They are blind right now, and they're trying to hold back. They do peek out. Next gets a bit of damage. Obviously, we'll find the opening headshot, but Guardian trades it back. It's all on Tabson in a 1 versus 2.
Kit, though, was dropped towards Bank, I believe. Tabson, if he goes the long way around, could maybe try and get it, try and salvage that kit. And actually, he doesn't. So they have it 1 versus 2. Guardian and Rain, what can they do versus Tabson?
He's going to be roaming around. As soon as he has just got the call to grab the kit, will recover it as he's left in this 1v2 scenario. Tries to tap the bomb to face them out. He's going to bait them in. They actually missed the opening shot. Seems like just want to go for a commit.
Yeah, you can see the desperation on that. Doesn't really feel his chances to go in for the 1 versus 2. Just tries to go for the desperate play. Doesn't quite warrant them the success. Round number 17 though. 12-4. FaZe Clan stepping up big. It's looking like a whitewash here. A stark contrast to the games we saw early on, which went to the full 30 rounds. This one could be done, said and done, essentially after what, 20?
Yeah, FaZe Clan are just dominating in every aspect of the game right now. Investment going into the SMGs as well. 2 rifles going to be brought to the table, 1 on Guardian, the other being on Nico.
Yep.
See if they can just build up some cash for those SMGs as well.
So, scout there for next. You can see Keeve only buying the CZ, sorry. He did get 2 kills as the pistol round. You can see he's actually learned his lesson from the T side where he overbought on the 4 spy. So even if they lose this round, Big can still have the AWP onto Keeve into the first buy of the second half.
Oh, Guardian up close and personal hit goes down to Keeve actually as he strikes for the CZ. A lot of confidence there. He does get that opening kill, but the trade comes back from Carrigan. He could have upgraded to the AK, which he will do so.
Still another 4 versus 4, and the map control taken now by FaZe. They can essentially walk onto the A-bomb site. Look at the over-rotation though from Big, sending all 4 players there towards A. Well, I say over-rotation, it's a good rotation of that. As right now, FaZe Clan looking poised to eventually end and commit towards the A site. Smoke comes off towards the back along, and now you can see FaZe Clan, they can get close towards the smoke, they can burst through it and swarm this A site with the SMGs and try take their way forward at round number 13.
Use that confidence and aggression they have with that extra firepower as well. Godby actually plays around the smoke. If he plays his cards correctly here, could actually do a mass amount of damage, but they spray straight through. Ren gets the kill. They now commit as well. They're going for the fast play towards the site. Legia pops out with a deagle, gets dirty as he takes down Carrigan, connects that shot. Hungry for more, but unfortunately, his reign of terror is short-lived. He will fall. Next with a scout. Is ripping off the heads, though. He's cracking open the round individually. Olofmeister sends him off to the Burns ward, but Tabson sets Olofmeister up on a date with the coroner as he takes him down. Big somehow win that round and keep themselves alive.
Is it enough, though? 5-12 would be the scoreline. A 7-round advantage right now for the T side. That's FaZe Clan, of course. After winning both pistols, definitely have the momentum on this first map. 20 kills, 20-5 there for Guardian. 12 kills though. For Nex, trying to step up as much as he can, but you need more players right now on the big side to be firing on more cylinders, essentially, to be able to match the firepower that FaZe can deliver. Anyway, though, it's going to be round number, oh goodness, round number 18. There you go, quick maths. Deagle's down to 3 players. AK down to Rain and CZ for Karrigan, of course. What can they do in this scenario? Sending all 5 players here through middle. They have smoke flashbang onto Karrigan. They can smoke off towards CT stairs and try to swarm the sites to get the first headshots with his AKs and Deagles.
Got to be playing on the close angle here, though. Could potentially catch them off guard if they don't clear it immediately. It's a little bit of an awkward one. He finds the opening headshot as well. They seem panicked as he was sitting on top of the bin. And he does actually put Rain inside the bin. Repositions as well now as he holds close towards toilet. They try and swarm through, but GodB is making a big amount of money into this round. Keeve will also get 1 frag there. Olofmeister goes down. It's just left on Nico. Deagle on armor, but he falls to Tapson.
4 players staying alive now for the CT side. So they can try and establish a better economy. Going into round number 19. 2,000 across the board now for FaZe Clan. They will be conceding this one, going for the eco. Might see an upgraded pistol here and there, but actually it's going to be 5 Glocks. A throwaway round, potentially. Another round here where Big can try and establish even more money. Already got $3,000 across the board, but if they get more kills in these SMGs, have 4 or 5 stay alive, if they can get their economy booming, they can, well, put themselves in a scenario where they can never be prone to being reset.
Oh, talking about economy booming, though, Keeve is getting the moneymaker turning right now. He wins the absolute lottery. It's the 4K coming out with the MP9. Wants the final frag with the USP. Trying to fight through the blindness, but couldn't quite grab it. GodB will gobble down that last kill.
He loves it, doesn't he? Hungry boy, hungry for the kills, and there you have it. 5 kills in the SMGs as well, so that's great for their economy. 8,000 there for GodB. So, question is, how many of these SMGs do you carry forward into the first buy round? You're in a 5-round deficit. Do you take the risk? They can afford to rebuy M4s into the 3 players, but instead they're going to be taking the high-risk, high-reward play. If they lose this round, they can still buy up, but of course, they've got, well, an AK, 3 SMGs and an AWP versus the 5 AK set right now from FaZe Clan.
It's true. The rifles up against this AWP on Keeve. This is where Keeve could probably be is more aggressive as well. Try and go for those early opening frags, roam around a bit more. Keeve can switch up the tempo. It depends if he does actually decide to do so. Early boost comes out between Legia and Nex, but they don't really spot too much. This is what I wanted to see from Keeve as well. Spotting deep towards Monster, the flashbang counters him, but he refaces it. Confidence is showing. Eliminates Nico. The counter boost from Rain here as he's trying to peer over this field of smoke. Looks like Silent Hill in here. Everything's so foggy. He can't find any kills just yet, though, as he is forced to fall back.
2 versus 4, though. FaZe Clan. What's the call right now? Olofmeister on Rain. The Swedish import right now to the international FaZe lineup. What can he do in this scenario? Can he bring back through connector? The bomb onto Rain's back towards B short. They can try go for the 1 versus 1 duels. Peek out through toilets towards B short. But unluckily though, for Olofmeister, GodB has to drop at him. Actually whiffs the spray a little bit, but does get the tag off.
Let's get the tag down. Remaining on 18 HP now as he tries to push up close and personal. GodB as well on the rotate background, loops into position. Rain seeming like he's going to go for the desperation burst towards the B bomb site when he believes the timing is right for him. Can he get that bomb down? Olofmeister as well. Actually going to tiptoe through. Go for the knife, the confidence play out through the smoke. GodB gives him a bit of a hug and then finds the frag as well. Takes him down. It's all on Rain here now to try and get some extra cash. Finds the headshot towards Legia. The late response though is he's being tacked down by Nex. He's hoping to keep his composure as he will push through. Gets the headshot somehow and actually can get the bomb down. Keeve has a nade, but he hasn't lobbed it yet. He was in the elevator. Oh, Keeve could have naded him. There we go.
There you have it. The ricochet there off of the pill-up will take down Rain. It's going to be 8-12 now. Only the 4-round difference between these 2 teams, actually. Slowly but surely, Big Clan have put 4 on the board after that awful first half we saw them have on their T side. As it goes to round number 21. Bomb was planted though, so FaZe Clan can potentially buy if they wanted to. The reason being is their round loss bonus is so high, roughly 3,000, 3.4k I believe. You add in $800 for the plant, and there you have it, 4,000 so they can buy. But actually, after how prevalent and important the AWPs were on their CT side, instead of going for a 5 AK buy of weak utility and light grenades, they're instead going to be saving this one and go for a full buy into the round number 22.
Keeve trying his luck there as he wanted to try and go for the early openers. Struggling to connect these shots though, and Rain actually takes down GodB Snods. They're turning this round on its head already. They're playing with confidence with these weak firearms, but they're making them work.
Bomb advantage right now for FaZe Clan. Keeve as well, the smoke with an AWP towards a long Olofmeister. As soon as the smoke dissipates, Might get the drop on him, but they stat instead, though. Key from behind should be able to get the kill. He does indeed. It's going to be the 3 versus 3.
Finds that headshot, but Rain is doing work. Rain is an absolute machine right now. He is washing everyone away on the side of Big. It's just Keeve and Legia remaining. It's a 2 versus 3 retake. They do have the backstab potential as Keeve is over by long, but how do they actually play this one out?
They have the kill onto Legia. Keeve, though, towards them with the AWP. Such an awkward position for him. And actually, the whiff there from Nico. It's going to be the 2 versus 2.
Nico gave him the up that they needed. The lifeline is on the table. Keeve switched out to his sidearm. Takes down Rain, but he isn't aware of Guardian's location. Bigs! But Guardian finds the frag and wins that one for FaZe Clan.
There you have it. 13 now for FaZe. They win their quasi-buy with the Kevlar. And, of course, the pistols. The skill, the caliber of players on this international lineup is just too hot to handle for the German side. Goes to round number 23. Or 22, actually, apologies. But let's see, though. 4 AKs, AWP again for Guardian. And now, Big, they got pummeled by the 2 AWPs from Nico and Guardian. It seems like they're going to be copying them and see if they can make that work for themselves.
Keeve going to push through mid here early. Trying to see if he can get those opening plays. They can try and backstab, and the smoke is there to shroud him a little bit. He has some support from God B, but no real push just yet. FaZe Clan playing it a lot slower than they normally do.
Yep, they're expecting big plays here from Big. And actually, Nico found the first one to Tabson towards B short. Tabson getting aggressive there. Gives away the advantage, but there you go. Eventually, Nico gets traded out. It's going to be the 4 versus 4.
He's able to get that refrag, luckily enough. They now do make their approach through. Next is in position, but he's actually starting to back off. Going to loop back round, just play around the smoke to see if they do come down towards that B site.
So, CT defense is split right now. 2 towards A and 2 towards B. FaZe, if they can group together, attack systematically one of these sites together as a unit, it could essentially be a 4 versus 2 in that regard. Obviously, that's of course if they can stay alive as a 4 before they even get to the sites. AWP there from B shot from Legia has the early information and the drop towards Connector. But luckily for FaZe Clan, they go nowhere near the AWP from Legia, but instead towards long Keeve holding the angle while they walk into his scope.
That's a good question. As they are trying to reposition, take that control towards long as they're going to go for a split push pay. They walk out, but he misses it. He just overreacts there as they try and now push in towards him. He's getting the first frag, wants the second as well, as they've given him the initial one for free. He's trying to double it up, double dip, but they still stay alive for the meantime. Carrigan flashes it. It's a very awkward round to try and play out, but they do take him down. 3 versus 3, assault towards the A site. Legia comes in with a headshot towards Rain, but Guardian trades it back.
Into the 2 versus 2, it happens. Let's see what they can do. Swarmed onto the site. Olafmeister gets the headshot. They expect exactly where Nex is coming from as well. The instant plant there towards Bank. You can see the prowess of these players, the individual mindset and autonomy these players have to govern their own plays instinctively, essentially. Anyway, now the gap in the smoke. Olafmeister didn't quite see the leg there from Nex, but actually, let's see if the gap in that smoke will actually pay dividends for the German side.
Molotov comes over, he bounds through, he's trying to find the kills. Knows Olafmeister's location, but Guardian is going to compliment him. Saves his teammate and saves them another round as well as they move on to round number 14. Big still left with just 8. No money to reinvest into this one either. This could be match point secured for FaZe Clan.
Could indeed. Paul's going to come out, probably from the German side themselves, Big on their CT half. As we go into round number 24. 3 even. My goodness, maths is hard today. Question is run out for Big. Obviously, you've only got 3,000 across the board. If you allow FaZe Clan to get to 15, you've then got to try and chain 7 rounds together. The chance of doing that, when you see the form that FaZe Clan are in right now, is extremely unlikely. It's probably going to be the Force. Or do they really pull their eggs in one basket and go for the 7-round streak, I imagine, try force overtime with that?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. They actually do reinvest into it. They want to try and go for it. They've gone all in, Snods. Max 7 and God B. We see the Scout on Legia. We've got the M4 coming out for Keeve, and just upgraded pistols on Nex and Tabson, but a fair bit of utility as well.
Okay, shotgun there for God B. Probably going to use that one towards B. Actually, no, he's going to be using it towards Connector maybe, or towards close mid. Who knows at this point? It's going to be CZ down to next. Tabs are going to be wounded in the P250. Of course, a shotgun towards Connector from God B. M4 to Keeve, and the Scout from Legia is all they're able to buy. Talk about the Scout. He gets sent through the roof as Nico finds the first once again towards B. It's going to be the 5 versus 4.
5v4. They got the upper hand. They're keeping it going as well as Rain is going to smack down Keeve and eliminate him, leaving it just on Nex, Tabson and God B. The triple threat on that CT side, but can they actually stop this terrifying side that is coming out from FaZe Clan?
Tabson there, gets spotted out towards the sign at A site. God B now rotates through Connector, back towards Toilets, but actually gets spotted out as well. They know exactly where 2 players out of the 3 from Big Clan are. Then again though, FaZe Clan have such a big firepower advantage, they might as well just follow themselves through towards the A site and take their chances.
Risk it all. You got to think big to win big right now, Stance, as they are going to hope and invest the entire round on this play. Godby plays up close and personal. They are spamming, so he knows they're there, but doesn't have the confidence just to go for it. Flashbang goes in. This is where he has to try and strike now. Gets the timing, finds one kill, wants the second. The double dag will take down Carrigan there. Nearly the third, but Olofmeister was in position and found the headshot. Even
with a big 2K there from Godby, it's not quite enough. It's going to be the 1 versus 3 now for next. Can he put it through though? No kit though, but unfortunately for FaZe Clan, he's so close towards Truck. Doesn't even get the first one there. The flick there from Nico will cement them. Match point 15-8. Big Clan, they went for the risky buy there to try and make it 9-14 and bring it back that way. There you have it. Potentially the last round here as we go into round number 24. FaZe at 15, Big at 8. They need to win 7 more to at the very least here, Jack, just force overtime.
Yeah, not a great spot to be in, obviously. Incredibly awkward for them as the buyers have come out. Double scout on the side of Big. Legia with the aggressive opener towards mid as he jumps up towards Part. He does spot down, but no one is really going to be there to give him the opener they need or any early advantage. Rain actually could be walking into a bit of a death trap now, though, but does backtrack.
Does indeed. Actually be leaving one player that's next towards the B bomb site. Heavy aggression here towards A from the CT side as they stack 4 players here. But is the stack going to be warranting any success? I don't think so.
Next, playing very up close and personal here. Quite aggressive, but he falls. No large and charge plays coming out just yet. Rain, ready for the rotate, finds the one headshot. Tabson will trade back. They can grab that AK, give themselves a little more firepower, but they're dropping players in the meantime. Nico takes down Tabson. It's on Keeve and Legia here to try and win the round. A 2 versus 4 retake. They're outnumbered 2-1, and they're still losing men. Legia goes down. It's all on Keeve with a scout. Surely this is impossible. FaZe Clan should be picking up Overpass here of a 16-8 scoreline.
Yep, Keeve, no kit, and they actually know where he is now. Guardian going to be spotting out Keeve's shoulder there through the smoke, and eventually will take him down. 16-8 is going to be the scoreline, as map 1 does eventually subside. Big lead there for FaZe Clan, obviously 11-4 in the first half, and eventually they close that one out.
Yeah, locking it down towards the end. Great performance from FaZe, though. I mean, you've got to give it to them. It was just spectacular, the amount of incredible rounds we just saw displayed there.
Yeah, I mean, individual skill as well from Guardian alike, alongside Nico. The AWPs on the CT side were just too strong. You couldn't go anywhere near them. And if you did, I mean, we're going to see in the replays in just a second here, the executions that were countered by pure skill as Big basically tried all the stops to try and counter the AWPs from FaZe Clan.
I mean, the first couple of rounds really set the pace and set the scene for what they were going to be bringing to the table. Constant aggression, hyper aggro plays, everyone playing with confidence, just radiating with these huge impact frags. Like this round from Nico as well was just insanely filthy.
This next shot here jumps through the smoke, lands the no-scope, or essentially the quick-scope there. And then this one here, back-to-back rounds. That's what's so crazy. You go towards B, you get decimated from an AWP, and then you go back towards the A site, and look who's there. It's Guardian, no stranger, with the AWP. And that was 10-3, and actually finished off 11-4 in favor of FaZe Clan. A nice flick there from Keeve. But obviously, FaZe Clan picked up both the pistols.
It is just wild how they're finding these frags. Early headshots coming out, just tap and tap. Everyone getting blown away. Really, really beautiful stuff there from either side. But FaZe Clan, they just had the bigger highlight reel, and they do pick up the win. Quite a dominant fashion there, really, towards the end. They picked up a lot of speed, too much momentum. They couldn't be slowed down by Big, and they take the win.
Yeah, they do indeed. Next map's going to be Train, I believe it is.
I'm not too sure.
I'm pretty sure it's Train. 90% sure it's Train. Yeah, if we can get that in our areas, well, that'd be great. But if it is Train, obviously, well, Godby's T side is very slow, very methodical. You take control of Ali, you take control of Pop Dog, you take control of B halls essentially, and of course you just hold off towards team main, and then eventually you go for a pincer play. You submerge the A site from Ali, from Pop Dog, and from team main. Issue is though, right? Are FaZe Clan going to let you play your own game style? We saw what happened from the CT side from FaZe was they just played so aggressive. They forced Big onto their back heels, and they weren't allowing the German side to play their own version of Counter-Strike.
It's true. So let's see if they can try and switch up a bit. Map 2 is going to be Train, and that is going to be coming up shortly after this break. Can Big switch things up?
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, the city